question on a day when the winter session of Parliament has just begun. Is the opposition split wide open after the Maharashtra results? Also on the show, India crushed Aussies by a whopping 295 runs. Sunil Gavaskar is among my special guests. We'll also be having a ground report from Sambhal. All that and more tonight on the news today. First, as always, it's time for the 9 headlines at 9. Suspense builds up over the next Maharashtra Chief Minister. Chorus grows for Eknath Shinde within the Shiv Sena, but the BJP MLAs root for Devendra Fadnavis, says he sacrificed the post earlier. Fadnavis likely to meet the BJP top leadership before a final decision is taken. First day of winter session of Parliament kicks off with a storm. Prime Minister Modi warns opposition against disrupting sessions. Opposition corners the government over the Adani issue, questions its stand on the Waqf board. A big fallout of Adani Privegate. Telangana government rejects Adani Group's 100 crore funding. French group Total Energies stops all investments in the Adani Group. Tensions simmer in riot hit Sambhal in Uttar Pradesh. Police call it a pre-planned attack. Samajwadi Party MP, local MLA's son booked. Akhilesh Yadav accuses the Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath of staging the riots, of misusing police power. Schools remain shut in the National Capital Region over alarming pollution levels. Supreme Court pulls up the centre Delhi government for failing to stop truck entry. The biggest maritime drug bust off the Andaman waters. Indian Coast Guard seizes over 5,000 kilos of drugs worth 25,000 crore rupees from a Myanmarese boat. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu approves a ceasefire deal with Hezbollah in principle. Reports say the ceasefire agreement will be announced in 2 days. Vaibhav Suryavanshi becomes the youngest buy in IPL history. Rajasthan Royals picked the 13-year-old for 1.10 crore rupees. And India scores a thumping win at Perth in the first test against Australia. Scripts its biggest overseas victory in terms of runs. 295 run win for Bumrah and co. But first to the breaking news at this moment. Devendra Fadnavis has emerged as a clear frontrunner for the Maharashtra Chief Minister race. Fadnavis is now in the national capital amidst the Chief Minister suspense in Mumbai. Several BJP netas and RSS have backed Fadnavis for the Chief Minister's post. Also crucial ally Ajit Pawar is also rooting for Fadnavis. But the Eknath Shinde camp is insistent that their leader, the Shiv Sena Chief Minister, should be allowed to continue at least for now, that the elections were fought under his leadership. So you can see at the moment that the Shinde camp also is not giving up its hopes to become Kaun Banega Mukhyamantri. Joining me now is Sahil Joshi, our Mumbai Bureau Chief and Editor there. He joins me. Sahil, is it still a possibility that Eknath Shinde can become Chief Minister, or am I right in saying Devendra Fadnavis has emerged now as the clear front-runner?
Well, absolutely. Devendra Fadnavis has emerged as a key front-runner in the Chief Minister's race in Maharashtra. But of course, Eknath Shinde and his party is also pushing very aggressively that they should be given another chance by the Mahayuti and especially the BJP leadership in Maharashtra, because there are multiple hoardings put across Mumbai which claims that how Mahayuti could manage to win the elections under the leadership of Eknath Shinde. But the clamour among the BJP workers here in Mumbai clearly coming forward and making their point that how after getting 133 seats and support of their alliance independent allies, the BJP has reached to 137, just short of 8 seats to get the full majority. In that scenario, it is a rightful claim and natural claim of the BJP to have their Chief Minister, and especially Devendra Fadnavis, whose name was projected. In the last leg of the campaign, multiple ads were put up by the name of Deva Bhau across Maharashtra. So it is Devendra Fadnavis who should become the chief minister.
Right.
The opportunity he lost in 2019 despite getting a full majority for the People Alliance of Shiv Sena BJP. And even in 2022, because the BJP wanted to get rid of the Mahavikas Aghadi government, the BJP had to sacrifice the chief minister's position and give it to Eknath Shinde. So now the BJP workers here are openly claiming that this time the Eknath Shinde and the other alliance partners should be taking Devendra Fadnavis. And interestingly, even the NCP has echoed the BJP workers' voices, and they have said that it will be better if the largest party has the chief minister's position rather than the parties like Shiv Sena or the NCP AP who are at the similar stature in Maharashtra. It will be easier to run the government. So the clamour for Devendra Fadnavis is rising, and we'll have to wait and see next couple of days what the BJP High Command finally thinks.
Okay, we'll wait and see. It could take a couple of days before finally the decision is taken. Clearly, Mr. Fadnavis, the front runner, Eknath Shinde not fully giving up. Sahil Joshi, thanks very much for joining us. Let's raise that question. Who will be the next Chief Minister of Maharashtra? As I said, the suspense continues. Shiv Sena cadres want Eknath Shinde to be Chief Minister. Maharashtra BJP workers saying that Devendra Fadnavis deserves the Chief Minister's chair this time. It appears that the decision will be taken within the next 48 hours. Take a look at what's going on behind the scenes.
After the historic landslide in Maharashtra, the race to become Chief Minister begins in all earnest. Current Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis are the top contenders. The Shiv Sena is rooting for Shinde big time. A party MP has demanded the Bihar NDA model in Maharashtra.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने बिहार में संख्या बल देखा नहीं, लेकिन छोटी पार्टी है, उसको बड़ी करने के लिए नीतीश कुमार को सीएम पद दिलाया। वैसे ही एकनाथ शिंदे साहब को सीएम पद मिलेगा, यह हमें विश्वास है।
BJP leaders are maintaining silence on the issue, saying the decision will be taken by the party top brass.
केंद्र के हमारे वरिष्ठ नेतृत्व जो है, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, अमित भाई है, हमारे नड्डा जी है, हमारा केंद्रीय एक पार्लियामेंट में बोर्ड होता है, उसमें सारी चर्चा होगी। अभी वो चर्चा करना नेतृत्व का सवाल है, नेतृत्व चर्चा करता है, तो मुझे लगता है जब भी बैठक होगी इसमें निर्णय होगा।
Amid the suspense, sources tell India Today Ajit Pawar is backing Devendra Fadnavis as the Chief Minister. What has squared the pitch for Chief Minister Shinde is the big majority won by the alliance. The BJP on its own is just a few seats short of majority. While Shinde camp is claiming Shiv Sena UBT MLAs are in touch with them, the NCP is making similar claims about NCP SP MLAs.
कल रात से ही शिंदे साहब के संपर्क में 4-5 एमएलए है, उनका क्या करना है, कैसा पार्टी में लेना है, वो फाइनल बाद में किया जाएगा।
As the suspense over Chief Minister continues, all eyes are on the BJP leadership. The top brass is known to throw up surprises. Will it throw another googly or stick to tried and tested names for Chief Minister post? Bureau Report, India Today.
As you can see, the BJP jubilant in Maharashtra, and not surprisingly, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, all guns blazing ahead of the winter session of Parliament. Fresh off that Maharashtra win, the Prime Minister trained his guns on the Congress party, taunting it by saying that it has lost nearly 90% of the elections since 2014. Will this Maha victory momentum then power Narendra Modi ahead? Take a look at what happened on the first day of the winter session of Parliament.
एक है तो सेफ है।
देश की जनता उनके सारे व्यवहारों को काउंट करती है और जब समय आता है तो सजा भी देती है।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi takes the wind out of opposition sails with the BJP winning a landslide in India's second largest state, Maharashtra. The victory that came right ahead of the winter session of Parliament has left the opposition India bloc badly bruised and divided. Prime Minister Modi hammered the point in his media briefing before House proceedings began on Monday, targeting the principal opposition party, Congress.
CSC 90 बार जनता ने जिनको लगातार नकार दिया है, वे न संसद में चर्चा होने देते हैं, न लोकतंत्र की भावना का सम्मान करते हैं, न ही वह लोगों की आकांक्षाओं का कोई महत्व समझते हैं.
On the other side of the fence, as the India bloc met to chart out their plan for the session, there was one prominent absentee, the Trinamool Congress. Later, the Congress raised the indictment of industrialist Gautam Adani by a US court in Parliament.
ये इतने ज्यादा प्राइम मिनिस्टर गए हैं, वहाँ इनको कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मिला है. मोदी जी के सपोर्ट से ये सब कुछ हो रहा है. इसका असर देश पे पड़ रहा है. ये हम उठाना चाहते थे, लेकिन इसको हमको मौका नहीं दिया गया.
सभा की कार्रवाई बुधवार दिनांक 27 नवंबर 2024 को प्रातः 11 बजे तक के लिए स्थगित की जाती है.
While both houses were adjourned following the ruckus over Adani's indictment, Congress workers protested on the streets. The bid to corner the Modi government, however, will be a challenge for the opposition. A lot has happened since June, when the BJP failed to win majority on its own in the Lok Sabha polls. The tsunami in Maharashtra, which sends 19 members to the Rajya Sabha, means that the BJP will raise its tally in the upper house in the future. And the dividend paid by Hindutva in the western state could encourage the Modi government to bring its contentious projects like Waqf Bill and Uniform Civil Code back from the back burner. Bureau Report, India Today.
So has the BJP fully recovered from the 2024 Lok Sabha setback? Is the opposition now divided after the Maharashtra results? Will the BJP push its core agenda now? These are some of the questions I will raise now. Mohan Krishna is a BJP leader from Karnataka. He represents the Bharatiya Janata Party. I'm joined by Brijinder Singh, former MP of the Congress, joins me. Saket Gokhale is member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha of the Trinamool Congress. And Professor Jyotsna Tirunagri is a national spokesperson, TDP. I appreciate all our guests joining us. I want to come to my Congress guests first, Brijinder Singh, because I recall when the monsoon session took place, Rahul Gandhi was all guns blazing, targeting the Prime Minister time and again. Has the wind been taken out of his sails by what happened in Maharashtra? Yes, you all won Jharkhand as an India alliance, but you lost in Maharashtra and lost badly. Are we now to accept that 2024 Lok Sabha was an aberration?
No, not at all. Rahul Gandhi is still going to be all guns blazing, as he has been over the last few days also on this whole indictment of Adani's in the US court in New York. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure the Congress and the rest of the opposition will be training their guns on the government, mm-hmm. asking them to answer. These are really issues concerning our nation's financial health. They have to be answered. The biggest corporate entity in the country is being kind of held to account, and the government is just trying to wish it away, as they've done in the past also. They're just trying to brazen it out, but I don't think this time it's as simple as that. It's a legal issue where people, the entities have been directly named, they've been indicted, and indicted for what? Indicted for the corruption or the bribe money which they were offering for getting contracts in India, the solar contracts, and raising money in the US market, the bond market, for this purpose. So it's the US citizen which is involved, and their federal agencies are taking note of that and have come up with a case and indictment like our charge
So
sheet.
you're saying despite the setback in Maharashtra, you will still continue raising issues like Adani, and Adani specifically is the issue that you intend to raise. Am I correct in this winter session? Mohan Krishna, respond to that. The Congress says we may have lost the elections in Maharashtra, but we are not going to leave the BJP on issues like Adani. We will continue to gun for the Prime Minister in this session on his alleged proximity to Gautam Adani.
Good evening, Rajdeep. As always in cricket, we say no, winning is a habit. So for Congress, losing is a habit. From 2014 onwards today, 90% of the election, as rightly said by the Prime Minister, they have lost the elections, irrespective of the ideologies, the kind of approaches to the people, to the freebies, everything they have tried in last 10, 11 years. But unfortunately for them, nothing is getting into success level.
No, so are you? I don't know. Are you saying Mohan Krishna that the BJP believes it has fully recovered from its Lok Sabha setback? Truth of the matter is, you also lost in Jharkhand. You won in Maharashtra and won big time, but you lost Jharkhand. So it's not as if it's even the one Lok Sabha seat of Maharashtra of Nanded was actually won by the Congress. Interestingly, the Vidhan Sabha clear sweep, the one Lok Sabha seat in Nanded won by the Congress.
Rajdeep, I would like to reiterate one thing. We might have lost many elections in last 11 years, but still the popularity of the Prime Minister and of course the major impact of the deliveries, direct deliveries schemes given by the Prime Minister. In the past, if you remember well, India was fighting for three things: Bijli, Sadak, Pani. We have cleared that. Today we are talking of advanced India or a superpower India or an India where we take care of the people in the world. That is Vishwanayak, that is Vishwa Agramanya, that is the superpower. Now coming to the point of what Congress is talking of Adani, Mr. Kharge and Mr. Brajendra Singh, what he was saying, they have every right to oppose things, but in a rightful manner by not stalling the parliament session.
No, but if they are not allowed to speak, what do they do? No, Mohan Krishna, if the Congress wants to raise Adani and the Speaker doesn't allow them to speak on Adani, it seems that the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha chairman do not want the word Adani even mentioned in Parliament. You will recall that 2 years ago, even the references to Adani were expunged. It seems as if government doesn't want to touch the Adani issue. Why don't you have a full debate in Parliament on the Adani question?
Rajdeep, there is a way and there are pointers to come to take up the issue in the Parliament. If they ask under the rules, which rules they have to take it, it is simply a discussion, then each chairman is ready to give it to that. They come under 68 rule, they come under another rule where, you know, that these kind of things is the dominance of the Congress has gone.
Okay, so you're saying the Congress cannot, you're saying the Congress cannot hold Parliament to ransom. The Congress dominance is gone. Interestingly, Saket Gokhale, the Trinamool Congress did not attend the India Alliance meeting. This comes a day after one of your leaders, Kalyan Banerjee in Kolkata, said Mamata Banerjee should be the leader of the India Alliance. And when the Congress was stalling the House today on Adani, the Trinamool Congress stayed away. Am I to understand the Trinamool Congress and the Congress are no longer on the same page? Am I correct?
Hi, good evening, Mr. Sardesai. Let me clarify something very straight up. This was in the news as well. Today, yesterday we didn't attend the meeting because our leadership was all in Kolkata today. Our floor leaders in the Lok Sabha, our floor leader in the Rajya Sabha, Mr. Shridhar Bandyopadhyay in Lok Sabha, Derek O'Brien in Rajya Sabha, they were both in Kolkata because our national executive meet of the party was happening today, chaired by the Honorable Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. So it wasn't that, they were in Delhi and chose to stay away or boycott. Nothing of that sort.
No, you did not stall Parliament today like the Congress on the Adani issue. Are you trying to slowly but surely distance yourself from the Congress, particularly after the Congress targeted you on the RG car, handling of the RG car hospital issue? Is there a sense that the Trinamool and the Congress are no longer on the same wavelength?
See, here's the thing. At the end, when you say India Alliance, Mr. Sardesai, we are the only opposition party today. We are the third largest opposition party in Parliament, second largest opposition. We are not electoral allies of the Congress. Just a few days ago, 2 days ago, the day the Maharashtra elections happened, the by-poll results also came out in West Bengal. We got 6 out of 6 seats. 5 we retained, 1 we got from the BJP. The Congress had put up candidates against us. So unlike the other parties in Parliament, be it the Shiv Sena in Maharashtra or the NCP, Sharad Pawar or any of them, we are not electoral allies of the Congress. Even in the Lok Sabha, we fought alone in West Bengal.
Where does this leave the India Alliance? All the talk was in June 2024, how the India Alliance has got strengthened. Today you're saying on the program very clearly, we are not electoral allies of the Congress, and it appears that you do not even have a joint parliamentary strategy anymore.
No, Mr. Sardesai, I said these exact words. In fact, you had even played it. I said these exact words that in terms of the India Alliance, I said we're not electoral allies. I said this 2 months ago as well, which is a fact. But that doesn't change that all opposition parties on a lot of issues, we are like-minded parties.
On Adani? On the Adani issue, are you on the same wavelength on the Adani issue?
Of course, corporate corruption is an issue, definitely. Who will deny that?
Why are you not? Congress is calling for a JPC. You're not calling for a JPC.
No, we have had a stand since 2004. In fact, 98. During the Kargil coffin scam, we were a part of the government. That's the last time we asked for a JPC. We believe that the way the BJP dominates, you see what is happening with the Waqf Amendment Committee. BJP dominates the JPCs. There can never be a solution. They're filled by BJP members, which is why we believe there should be a court-monitored probe. But JPC will be useless. But that doesn't mean we're not against the corruption of a corporate group like Adani. We are not against the fact that bribes have been allegedly given and taken. But there are also other issues such as price rise, inflation, Manipur. Manipur is burning. What has happened in Sambal recently? There is issues, and for us, very importantly, Mr. Sardesai, I see the Congress might be in a lot of other states. For us, the importance, the primacy of issues goes to Bengal. The fact that we've been deprived of funds. For the Trinamool, Bengal will always be first priority.
Okay.
So Congress might not take up Bengal issues, but for us, issues faced by the people of Bengal will always be at #1 priority.
Okay, let me, I can see Mohan Krishna raising his hand. Very quickly, Mohan Krishna, and then I'll get you Brijendra Singh, but quickly, Mohan Krishna.
Divided opposition will give the story behind, and they will keep on changing their narratives as and when it is suitable for them. This is the habit. This is the habit which has become from 2014 onwards. And there are two things one thing I would like to tell you. There are two C's in India, in the dictionary. One is confuse and convince. BJP is convincing, opposition is confusing. So confusion is taking them to losses, convincing the people BJP is going to the
so confusion versus conviction is what you're saying. I can see that the voice is back, at least in the BJP now. Brijendra Singh, quickly respond, then I'll go to Professor Jyotsna. The fact is, here is the Trinamool Congress making it very clear, we are not your electoral allies. Whether there is parliamentary strategy or not is also not clear. My limited point to you, from all that euphoria that was there in June, now we are in the winter session of Parliament. Would you concede that some of that euphoria has gone? Some of the bubble has been burst. Your 99 seats, you were acting as if you had won 272.
First of all, on the Trinamool issue, what has been said by Mr. Gokhale is absolutely right. We were never electoral partners. Even in 2024 Lok Sabha elections, we were not electoral partners. So it's not as if something new is being said or has happened. And as far as saying that the bubble has burst, a national election is not a bubble. The national election was held on solid issues. The BJP made it sound like as if it was a bubble, and they were living in that. A bubble of 400 par or whatever it was. And the reality on the ground turned out to be different. Of course, now they can gloat over their Maharashtra and Haryana victories, But on the other hand, you have Jammu and Kashmir and Jharkhand to counter that. So it's not as if they are having an absolutely free run. Of course, Maharashtra is a very important state. It's a very big state and the financial capital of the country. But having said that, to say that opposition will back down now, I don't think that is going to happen.
Okay, so you're saying
because the real agenda of the BJP, which has been unfolding over the last few years, will now gather pace. And all these opposition parties which have come together over the last 1 year plus, they can see through it. And if that agenda has to be countered, then there is no way that they can go in different directions.
Okay, let me bring in at this moment my TDP guest, Professor Jolsa. You want to respond at the moment to what you are hearing from these parties, Professor? That this, you see, the belief is TDP was a party that the BJP was dependent upon. 6 months ago, Chandrababu Naidu, flavor of the season. Now, after the Maharashtra victory, who knows? Tomorrow they may not even be dependent on you. They will start breaking some other parties and they won't need you anymore.
Good evening, sir. Rajdeep, sir, I think we are a part of NDA and we have an NDA government at the center. We have an NDA government in the state of Andhra Pradesh and we are a very, very, very crucial and integral part of NDA. Even all the other allies also accept that. Again, coming back to the discussion, Rajdeep, sir, I think we are all, I think Congress, at least I would say this, that Congress is forgetting and in the sanctity of Parliament. They're actually forgetting why Parliament, what is the use of Parliament, why are they sitting in the Parliament, क्यों वहाँ क्यों बैठे हैं, क्यों बुलाया गया उन लोगों को, क्यों चुना गया उन लोगों को.
No, but to raise issues, no? No, the same question I want to ask you. It seemed that Adani, at the moment the word A word is used in Parliament by any party, the Speaker simply does not allow a discussion. What is the party to do then?
Let me complete my point, Rajdeep.
Yeah, please.
It was very clearly mentioned by my BJP counterpart, I suppose, that there is a procedure for everything. No, but and even we, sir, even from TDP also, we also believe, and in fact, I believe even BJP believes, we acknowledge the seriousness of this issue. I humbly say this. We acknowledge the seriousness of the allegations that are raised against Adani Group, and we also believe that the law should take its due course. There is no doubt about that. If I talk about Andhra Pradesh, yes, there are around 1,750 crores of bribery charges on the ex-Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy. So definitely, law should definitely take its due course. There is no doubt about it.
Should there be a debate in Parliament on it?
Sir, let me come to that, sir. My point is, law when the allegations have come, law is just taking its course, and now immediately, as soon as the House is sitting, he said, no, we want to talk about this. I also asked the opposition to talk about the merchant shipping bill that we are trying to introduce. I also urged them to talk about the banking laws amendment bill that we are trying to introduce. I also urged them to talk about the Indian Ports Bill 2024 that we are trying to introduce. All these are also important, sir. The merchant shipping bill, in fact, seeks to modernize the maritime laws in line with the international standards. Sir, ek cheez ko leke nahi na, there are a lot of things that the parliament is intended for. It's just not for one particular thing. That's my entire point.
Okay.
So, and ek cheez mujhe aisa lagta hai, sir, पिछले इतने, I mean, I've seen the sessions earlier also. This particular Lok Sabha, I don't know, एक तो आरोप लगाओ और भाग जाओ. मतलब एडमिशन ले लो आप, एडमिशन तो ले लो स्कूल में, मगर जाके कैंटीन में बैठ जाओ. ये लग रहा है सर मुझे. I'm sorry to quote that.
Okay, you're claiming that you're targeting the opposition there, the TDP. I want to get quick words, final words from you first, Saket Gokhale. I mean, what are you said that you all will take up Manipur? What if the speaker doesn't allow you to raise Manipur? In the past also, Manipur has been another issue on which there has been no real debate except for that no confidence motion last year that was there against the government. Will you all also walk out? Will we see another wasted winter session of Parliament?
See, Mr. Sardesai, I mean, how things pan out is probably best known to the government. The government has been obstinate all throughout, but the difference is that after 4th of June 2024, they don't have the kind of numbers that they did before that. We might not be, as I said, there's a lot of parties that might not be electoral allies, but that doesn't mean we are not like-minded parties with similar views on a lot of issues. This government has also done things like suspending 145 MPs to pass the new criminal laws as well. So at that time, I heard the TDP spokesperson speaking about discussion on legislation. We weren't even given the right to discuss the new criminal laws. 145 unprecedented MPs were suspended only because they wanted Amit Shah to make a statement. So the bottom line remains that as far as the opposition parties go, we will continue to hold the government accountable. The Prime Minister can come. He's riding on a wave right now of happiness. He's on cloud nine right now with what has happened in Maharashtra. But the Prime Minister should not forget that his number in the Lok Sabha today is still 250. No number of Maharashtras he does is going to change that. His number still remains the same.
240.
He's leading a government that is running on a tricycle with two other crutches. He's holding Chandrababu Naidu. He's holding Nitish Kumar. Without them, he doesn't have a majority.
Okay.
So the Prime Minister should not forget that one assembly election does not change the ground reality in Lok Sabha, which is going to be like this till 2029 if his government survives till then.
Okay, remember Rajya Sabha numbers of the government have increased. Yes, Mohan Krishna, you raised your hand. Respond. The fact is, the reality is you have 240 members in the Lok Sabha. Saket Gokhale says you are still reliant on Chandrababu Naidu and Nitish Kumar.
See, we have run the government with Atal Bihari Vajpayee also for 5 years without any trouble. And we have given the best governance to the country. And Mr. Modi, after 10 years of our party in being in a position to make claims, everything, we have not done anything. As opposition is crying foul today, they cried foul today in the Lok Sabha elections. संविधान बदल जाएगा, कुछ संविधान बदल गया क्या? कुछ नहीं बदला. Everything is same. Parliament is same. The members are the different. That's all. But the thing is, the approach and attitude of the opposition, especially the Congress and TMC, 145 MPs were suspended, not because of anything. The ruckus what they have made, the parliamentary derogatory things what they have made, demeaning the parliament they have made them to get suspended. See,
Okay, so
one thing lastly I would like to answer to one thing what Mr. Gokhale was saying. It is not one election we have won, Mr. Gokhale. You are winning, TMC is winning in West Bengal. So as BJP is also winning in Madhya Pradesh. We have come back, we are on pro-incumbency, and we have proved again in Maharashtra on pro-incumbency, which is one of the vital state of the India, and rest of the places also. In Chhattisgarh also, we have come back on thumping majority.
What happened in Bengal?
Yes, we win some, lose some is there. Win some, lose some is there in elections.
That applies to everyone.
It is not that. It is not that. BJP alone has to win everywhere. Yes, we are learning from the process of election that where we have to correct ourselves and make sure that people get right things for the right places.
Okay, I'll
this should be distributed.
Professor Tirunagri, yes, madam. You raised your finger.
I object to the point. Yes. I object to the point of TMC spokesperson, I believe. He's saying that clutches, tricycle, whatnot. I just want them to remember all the past governments. वो आप कौन से क्लचेस कितने क्लचेस की बात करोगे फिर आप कौन से क्लचेस कितने क्लचेस की बात करोगे सर that is the beauty of coalition government. That's the beauty of India. We have to acknowledge that. That's my point. Acknowledge that.
Time out. Now I'll have to play the role of the Lok Sabha speaker or the chairperson of the Rajya Sabha.
That's so good, huh?
Okay, yes, Mr. Singh. Now you will also, Mr. Singh, you've raised your hand. 30 seconds. Congress started off this protest today on the first day. You can end it.
Let me just say that the business of the House, it runs properly, is the government's responsibility. The opposition's role is to put forth the people's issues, the major issues which have come up, and the government business will get passed in any case. 3 of the most important laws, whether it were the 3 farm laws, the labor codes, and the criminal laws, all 3 were passed without any kind of discussion. So government business will get done in any case. It's the people's voice which the opposition raises, and the government somehow does not want uncomfortable issues to be raised in the parliament. And that's why this whole thing is being kind of put onto the opposition, but the government is the one which is responsible for it.
But correct yourself, Mr. Brijender Singh. Correct yourself, your behavior, your attitude towards not demeaning the parliamentary status and parliament. Please.
Okay,
oblige
okay,
the
time out,
government
time out, time
not
out,
for
time
the
out.
bill.
ताली दो हाथ से बजती है. ताली दो हाथ से बजती है. And remember, we pay, taxpayers pay for parliament to function. And the fact is, it is the responsibility of the treasury benches to get parliament to function. It's the responsibility of the opposition to work constructively with the government. Sadly, it appears neither is happening at the moment. I appreciate my guests joining me on that first day of the winter session of Parliament. Let me turn though to a story that should be top priority for our parliamentarians, because tensions continue to run high in Uttar Pradesh's Sambhal. Remember, this is where riots erupted on Sunday over a survey of the local mosque. The state police are calling it a pre-planned attack and booked Samajwadi Party MP and a local MLA's son for the violence that unfurled. Either way, 4 lives have been lost, all of them of gunshot wounds. Take a look at our other big story tonight.
Arson, stone pelting, and killings. Violence broke out in Sambhal on Sunday after protesters opposed a survey of the local Shahi Masjid conducted by a court-appointed panel. Videos showed protesters throwing stones at police from buildings in front of the Shahi Jama Masjid. The police called the clashes a pre-planned attack. They claimed the attack was allegedly incited by Sambhal MP Zia-ur-Rahman and the son of the local MLA Sohail Iqbal.
जिया-उर-रहमान बर्क और सोहेल इकबाल नामक ये 2 नामजद अभियुक्त हैं जिनको उन्होंने अभियुक्त बनाया है. उनके द्वारा बताया गया है कि भीड़ को इन लोगों ने भड़का के बलवे का रूप दिया. उनके द्वारा पूर्व में भी भड़काऊ भाषण दिए गए थे.
The Samajwadi Party rejected the charges.
हमारे सांसद जिया-उर-रहमान जब संभल में ही नहीं थे और उसके बावजूद भी उन पर एफआईआर दर्ज करना, ऐसा उदाहरण कभी किसी को मिला होगा देखने को, सुनने को? एक पुलिस ऑफिसर ये कह रहा हो कि नेता बनना छोड़ दो, नेताओं का सहारा लेना छोड़ दो, किसके लिए भाषा थी वो?
4 people died in gunfire on Sunday. Families of victims who died in shooting during the clashes accused the police of opening fire. Sources in the police tell India Today the deaths were caused by country pistols and the police fired only pellets.
चारों की मौत 315 वोल्ट की हुई. हाँ, गनशॉट वुंड से हुई है. गोली किस तरफ से चलाई गई है? ना मेरे से पूछ के चलाई थी जिन्होंने चलाई है, तो मैं ये नहीं कह सकता कि किसकी गोली से हुई है.
Now we see the investigative team, while the forensic is सबसे important. Sir, can we see so far what all have been covered here? क्या क्या अब तक सीज हुए हैं, ये क्या क्या मिले हैं?
ये टीयर गैस है और इनका भी बाद में जांच कर बात पता.
So इन्वेस्टिगेटिव फॉरेंसिक टीम से आप लोग?
हाँ जी,
ठीक है. So that makes really significant because the forensic evidence are very critical during the trial, during the investigation.
The police are investigating what sparked the violence.
This time भीड़ इकट्ठा हो रही थी पानी को देखकर कि वहाँ भ्रम की स्थिति है, खुल रही है. तब उन्होंने उनसे सीओ साहब से ये मालूम करने की कोशिश करी कि आखिर जामा मस्जिद में क्या हो रहा है. तो उन्होंने उन्हें गालियां दी और लाठीचार्ज करा दिया और ये भी कहा कि अगर ज़्यादा सवाल जवाब करोगे तो सबको ठोक दूंगा.
जफर साहब ने बोला कि लोगों में यह भ्रम फैला कि मस्जिद में खुदाई हो रही है, जबकि किसी प्रकार का कोई भ्रम नहीं था. आप सोच के देखिए, खुदाई में मिट्टी निकलती है, खुदाई में पानी नहीं निकलता. और जो नाली वो बता रहे थे जिसमें लोगों ने देखा, उस नाली में पानी रेगुलर बहता है.
A political slugfest has erupted over the survey ordered by a local court based on a petition claiming that the Mughal-era mosque was built by demolishing a temple at the site. While the opposition parties blame the BJP for the violence, the ruling party is accusing the India bloc of stoking trouble.
विपक्ष ने तुष्टीकरण नीतियों के तहत वहां पे सर्वे टीम पे हमला नहीं था, ये भारत के संविधान पर हमला था, भारत के लोकतंत्र पे हमला था, ये भारत को जलाना चाहते थे.
Police have filed 7 FIRs in connection with the violence. The district administration has imposed prohibitory orders and restricted the entry of outsiders into Sambhal until November 30th. With Himanshu Mishra and Ashutosh Mishra, Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, joining me now is Anjaneya Kumar Singh. He's the Moradabad Divisional Commissioner. Appreciate your joining us, Mr. Singh. The manner in which this entire issue was handled has led to several questions. Crowds assembling, violence breaking out. Are we to understand administration was simply not prepared, especially since the manner in which the survey of the masjid was being done had already caused concerns among the Muslim community? Was the administration caught completely unawares?
See, we had taken all the precautions. The information and inputs were also there. Our basic job was to protect the monument and the survey team. The survey team had to conduct the survey on the order of the court, and the advocate commissioner was there who had requested for the survey. Our job is to protect the monument and the survey team, and 5 company police were already deployed over there. We had our cameras and everything, the policemen at roof also. Apprehensions were there, but at the same time we were in dialogue with the people also, whosoever the responsible people, and we had been assured that all will be peaceful. Even Imam had assured us. Jafar Ali, who was the other side person, Naib Sadar, he had also assured us. So there was no reason to not believe these people. So it's not that we were not prepared, but if you know the history, you understand the history of that area and the structure, the geographical structure. It's very difficult if suddenly a mob gathers and they create this sort of ruckus. It's very difficult to handle them. Sir? But we did our best, and we protected the team also, we protected monument also. Unfortunately, some untoward incidents happened and casualties were there, but we have controlled the situation. Now everything is normal.
So as you said, untoward incidents, it's more than that. 4 people died in the gunfire. Police now say they did not open fire. Is there clarity then? How did these 4 people die? What really happened?
If you see the visuals, there was stone pelting in the place from roofs also, and from many sides people were gathering over there. They were clashing with each other also. Somewhere when they were pelting stone at mosque, a few people are stopping them. So there might be a possibility of 2 groups also. And we don't know who started firing and etc. But the postmortem report says it is 315 bore bullet, and it is generally not used by the police. So it is clear that there might be some miscreants. They took the opportunity of spreading this sort of violence. Unfortunately, 4 people they got killed in this clash, and many, even including our officers, they got injured. Mm-hmm. It is very unfortunate, but we are investigating. The police is investigating it. We have invited even families of the deceased also. If they want to file FIR, we will do that. We'll take their complaints and file FIR from their side also. We'll investigate the matter. We are very transparent in this matter. There's no doubt about it.
Okay, let me leave it there. Anjaneya Kumar Singh, Divisional Commissioner, Moradabad, Uttar Pradesh, for joining us. We will continue to track that story in Sambhal in Uttar Pradesh. When we return, we are taking a complete shift in mood. Coming up after the break, a remarkable win for India at Perth as India decimates Australia in scripting its biggest ever overseas victory. A 295-run win for India. What really happened? Sunil Gavaskar will tell us how things changed.